Ovly is standing by with an interview with their support.
Thanks, Flowers. Ole, congratulations on the win, starting the split off right for Golden Guardians. And for you, no deaths. So with that strong performance, what did the team do over the break to level up for summer?
I think AD Carry and top, like Kevin and Matthew, went to Korea for bootcamp to make better mechanic stuff. And I got feedback from our management about my daily schedule. Like I didn't sleep well, and then my sleep time. And then I went to hospital, and then they say my sleep quality is so bad. So I was like focusing on my individual stuff.
You went to the hospital. Are you okay now?
No, it's not hospital. It's just like I don't know. It's not serious. It's just like, oh, you just like see the doctor and then say something, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, as long as you're healthy, that's all we care about. But
I look healthy, right?
you look better than ever, Ole. But I want to ask you, because on social media, you've been very public about starting almost like a spiritual growth or a spiritual journey, starting with cutting your hair. So what can you tell me about that?
I mean, for the individual stuff, I just watching like so many YouTube video in my room, and like there were so many like motivational video and then some Netflix video. I think I watched like so many stuff, and what else? I don't. I'm thinking.
You told me before you found like inspirational quotes or that meditation may have helped
meditation.
you.
Yeah. And then I watched some meditation videos. I just copied, and then watched some Buddhist, and I don't know. I try everything. So nowadays I've been working out and eating nice food. Yeah, I feel like I feel so good. And then I took a bath with bath bomb today. Yeah, woo!
That's nice. What does the rest of the team think about your shift in mentality? Have they adopted or tried to adopt it as well?
Yeah, they were like, "Who are you?" You know, I was like, "Hello."
So with the new mental shift, is that going to change how Golden Guardians operates at all, or how you all communicate and work as a team?
I think in spring I play well and I play bad. Like I have like up and down so much. So I think now I can play really consistently. So I believe our team can be much better.
I'm excited for this new summer bath bomb using Ole, but thank you and congratulations again. And to wrap up the day, let's hear from the State Farm Analyst Desk.
Thank you very much, Ovly. Looking good, Ole. I'm glad to see that smiling face on the stage. Talking about his own personal journey between last split to this split. And, I mean, at least in terms of the way he's presented himself on stage, it's very much
it's
a
so
change.
important that you keep an eye on your health when you're playing games professionally, because you're sitting down, you're not very active. So the fact that he's eating well, he's taking care of himself, going to the doctor, it's great. It's a good sign for a long, prosperous career.
Seems like he's trying to become closer to a catfish and has been very good. He is synonymous with Tom Kench for me. He is like the Tom Kench player in North America, and he had another great performance on it. Ended the game with a 100% kill participation.
Yeah.
So,
No deaths.
yeah, this was a slaughter, if we're being honest.
A phenomenal first outing for Golden Guardians, who were on a pretty big upswing at the end of last split. I mean, Echo Fox as well did pop up into that top 6, but Golden Guardians, I know, was a team that at least personally impressed near the later part of their season, and they come back here making a statement in Game 1. In particular, it was the Tom Kench and the Skarner linking up to make things happen in the bot lane.
I mean, you rarely see this. A Skarner pre-6 gank on the Nautilus. It's a target that should be able to get out of a few ganks, but in the end, it just wasn't enough. And look at that. Skarner once again against Rek'Sai. We've seen this matchup a lot. It sucks for Rek'Sai. It's really bad because Skarner just yoinks you out of your tunnel every time.
What does Skarner do?
Yoink.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, the thing to be fair is like no one's really playing Tom Kench. He was hit with some pretty substantial nerfs for support Tom Kench with how his W works. You can't walk as quickly with allies in your stomach. You can't flash them in there anymore. There's a number of things that make him worse as support. So to see Ole still playing it and doing extremely well on it is surprising. Doesn't need to start hitting people's ban table against him. I don't know quite yet, but he kind of was the star of the show, the game.
And while defensively it may have been nerfed a bit, I think what I notice here is that in a lot of cases, the Tom Kench was being used offensively, right? Actually using the ult to get into the side lane and collapse, flashing with the exhaust to make sure that the Devour comes through offensively and the kills come across. And so really solid performance out of him on the side of Golden Guardians. But I do want to talk about two of the members that are stepping up onto the LCS stage for Echo Fox, and that's Yusui and Lost. I mean, both of these guys have played professionally in the past, but getting their opportunity back on the LCS stage here, how do we feel?
Got to see some more, but unfortunately, it wasn't the performance that would inspire you at the moment. I think that you still need to find a lot of cohesion right now. The meta is not one where an individual player can just do amazingly and then solo carry the game. You need to have that synergy. You need to understand what rotations you're going to take with your team, and I didn't see that there from Echo Fox, so they just need a lot more work together before we get to say, all right, they're a great fit here.
And this just brings me back to your reservations in a sense from the top of the day, or at least acknowledging that you are an Apollo, fan in the sense that he's a solid North American AD carry, and so it's a little bit peculiar to pull him out.
Yeah, I think, there was a reason that Apollo and Hakuho were two of the longest standing bot laners together. They pretty much always had good bot lane performances, good CSDs, good DPMs for the most part. And it was the kind of thing where, yeah, they're not your superstar carry, and maybe that's what Echo Fox is looking for right now on this roster, with as well as having Yasui.
But that's why. They were doing so well last split at the end.
They want to do even better. I don't know. I think even more problematic was just Yasui and I think Rush were on two different pages a lot of this game. And it was a game where all the OPs were left up. Everyone was getting their flex picks. Aurelia to Rise is pretty good, all things considered, for the Aurelia. And so if was a difficult matchup, and they were getting outperformed as a team. So it was hard to kind of judge individual pieces when Golden Guardians look so cohesive.
So you're telling me that last split was really just Michael Jordan's special juice at the end that got him through that they believed it, and then now they were back down to reality.
Self-Made says, going into playoffs as a mediocre team is nothing to be proud of. It's one of the things on Reddit right now. So I think that's probably a sentiment some other people share.
Yeah.
Like, going in as the sixth place team, what are you really, really accomplishing long term? So I think maybe that's the perspective Echo Fox is taking.
Without a doubt, and that's valid, right? We don't know necessarily what those conversations behind the scenes are in order to arrive at this. I just think, to your point, Crumbs, you sit and you go, well, if there was an upward trend, why are we heading that off? Why are we assuming that we've plateaued when we're on the upswing? At least wait for the plateau or the swing back down to maybe make a change. Again, all of this on day one of the LCS. It is far too early to make drastic.
I believe everything we saw today.
We have high standards.
Because we're going to do that tomorrow, I tell you that much. So we'll reserve some of those conclusions for today. But with the conclusion of opening day, let's take a look at the standings. We've got Cloud9, Counterlogic Gaming, Golden Guardians, Team Liquid, and Optic all starting the split on the right note, while the remaining teams aim for their first wins tomorrow. Let's take a look, though, at how the predictions played out, because there was a difference there in that third game of the day. The only one where a difference did occur. We get the Clutch Gaming call wrong, but of course...
Oh, we got a lot wrong.
We got TSM wrong.
Oh, true. Yeah, actually, so...
we got TSM and Optic wrong.
I got two.
You got three wrong,
Mark.
Mark. Yeah, and...
I'll be honest, I'm a slow starter, all right?
You always are, that's true.
I always finish fine, and I'll be at 50% or something garbage at week 5, but then I'll finish at like 75%.
This is his stick, right? Lower expectations so much that everything else is just positive.
We're starting to clue into Mark's game here, I see.
I don't enjoy starting slow. I'm not saying it's a good strategy.
You don't just go home and have a devious smile on your face?
That's the strategy that works really well for me dating. You start lowering expectations from the very get-go, so everything you do from that point on.
Does your girlfriend watch this show?
It's amazing. Every once in a while.
He also admitted he wants to trick her into cooking more food for him.
Shut up!
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right. Opening weekend keeps on rolling tomorrow as we return for the LCS countdown at 11:30 a.m. PST with a Yumi breakdown, some over-unders where we will make those wild conclusions, and then, of course, the return of the infamous weekly wager. Game 1 follows at noon with Clutch Gaming versus Cloud9, then FlyQuest opposite Golden Guardians in a rematch of the 5-game quarterfinal, and 3 more matches before LCS cooldown, which will be followed by our Academy Showcase, Team Liquid Academy versus TSM Academy. I think what's really cool about tomorrow's games is that with that Golden Guardians victory, we have guaranteed that all 5 of our matchups tomorrow are a 1-0 team against an 0-1 team. So, of course, if all the 1-0 teams take a victory, we end up with an entirely split league, 2-0.
That would be the best day or week 1 of all time.
Has that ever happened? I can't imagine that's ever happened.
No,
yeah,
I don't think
I would have a hard time believing it ever did. I'm sure we can figure that out.
Put me down for all the teams with 1 win for predictions tomorrow. Ring it up.
All right, lock it in. He said it. But that's going to do it for us here on day 1 of opening weekend for the LCS. So now for myself, the casters, the entire live broadcast crew, thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for more of the LCS. Good night.
My family's supposed to be here. Where are they?
Oh wait, game started?
Oh, Jesus. Most handsome award, Hanser. Thanks, man. I'm better than Uzi, so pull the trigger.
No fear, no fear.
Jungle no flash, ain't no flash, ain't no flash, ain't no flash.
You can get him, Peter. Nice, good job.
Nice, nice.
Peter, why are you BMing this early?
Double TP comes in though, 2-on-2. Oh, an impact flashes away from the Azir roll, which means they have the damage to kill Bjergsen. TSM can't get anything.
I can ult that guy after.
Yeah.
What a perfectly timed stun. Acadian gonna make sure they can claim that second the damage comes through.
He's there, so guys. Can't get it through.
Oh, nice. Wow, guys.
Ruin gets heavily junked by Someday. This is big damage right there. Finds another slow. The ult on top, and this is gonna be a solo kill. Looking for the play. Big ult for Soligo. Does find one flash over the walls quickly. He's gonna stay alive. Another re-engage is beautiful. They find that crit.
Yo, wait, watch. Finish. Go do the nice. Coming.
It is CLG walking all over 100 Thieves.
No hand. We can die. Okay. Don't flash, please.
Go far.
I can QA, watch it. TP. Kill TP.
I'm on the way now. You guys win, okay? I'll be back in 10 seconds. If she flashes, I'm here. Nice. I'm coming.
Burning down rather rapidly. Huni now stunned up here onto the front line. Lots of CC coming out from Optic on return to Clutch Gaming. Already going to be losing their jungler. Big drops low, but Huni drops dead. Now they've got the opportunity to make it 2 onto Solo, who TP'd in the fight, but now he's going to be in some trouble. And Hanser executing it with his own perfect execution. Golden Guardians are going to start Summer Split off looking clean.
Pretty good, right?
Now they fight in the top side. Oh, he's so low! The new rookie of the split taking down the ult. Now Liquid pops the ult, takes plenty of damage. Can he do enough? He can't stun him! And Viper takes him down again!
Look by here. Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
And the fight is on. Galio over the top. And Cloud9 are walking over FlyQuest. Make it a fight. And now Slash means all 5. And Cloud9 start 1-0 in the LCS.